Hey guys, Mario here from MTG Diagnosis, Doctor by Day, Magic Gatherer by Night. And today I'm opening up a Strixhaven Collector Booster Box. Hopefully we can get a Japanese alternate art demonic tutor. That would be nice. But I really like the Elder Dragons. It seems like each of these collector boxes has at least one alternate art Elder Dragon in it. So let's hope we can get something good. I like Witherbloom and who else? Lord Valamacus, but that prismatic guy, Prismati, whatever his name is. So Strixhaven Collector Booster Box. 12 packs in this collector booster box, 12 collector packs. Collector packs go for, I don't know, probably $7 to $10 each. Probably more than that, probably more like $17 to $20 each. So I did not pay that much. I kind of bought them at the beginning in bulk. Token. Guiding Voice, 1 white for +1/+1 counter on target creature, and you get to learn. Learn is a great ability because you actually can take a lesson card from outside of the game and put it into your hand. So great way to draw cards if you're not in something like blue and green, or blue and blue. That can help you draw cards. Infused with vitality until end of turn, target creature gains death touch, and when this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. It's an instant and you gain 2 life. Really good for limited draft. Witherbloom Pledge Mage. The best thing about this card is that it could be either green or black, or green and black. And whenever you cast an instant copy an instant or sorcery spell, whenever you cast a spell, you gain 1 life. Expel. Exile target tap creature. Great for limited draft. Fresser's Warning. Put a +1/+1 counter creature. Target creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Instant for 1 to cast. Good for limited. Divide by 0. Actually, this is a good card. Seems to be better than expected, actually. It's a balance. You return target spell or permanent with mana value 1 or greater to its owner's hand, and you get to learn for 3 mana, so it stalls your opponent. So another uncommon Show of Confidence. This card's good because it gets copied for each time, for every spell you casted before it that turn. You put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, it gains vigilance until end of turn. So Spirit Summoning, that's a lesson. You get to make a creature token that's 3/2. So our first rare is Cody. Vociferous Codex. He's 3 to cast for 1/4. Can't cast permanent spells, so you can only cast instants and sorceries and no permanent spells. But you can tap 4, add Woober. When you cast your next spell, this turn, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile an instant or sorcery card with lesser mana value. So basically a cascade. Until end of turn, you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Put each other card exiled this way on the bottom of your library in a random order. So 1/4. Legendary artifact creature. Brina, the Demagogue, is our commander card. And this is flying 1/3 mythic. Whenever a player attacks one of your opponents, if that opponent has more life than another of your opponents, that attacking player draws a card, and you put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature you control. Nice. So you're helping your opponents, and you're getting to put +1/+1 counters. All right, so we got a Snarl Land. Is our rare borderless. Uncommon is a etched foil Claim the Firstborn, so it's got foiling there and there and there. Pretty cool. Rare. Is this Cultivate? No, it's Crow Scans something or another to split second, destroy an artifact or something like that. Divine Gambit and Memory Lapse is our foil. We got a foil Memory Lapse for our last slot. Counter target spell. If that spell is countered this way, put it on top of its owner's library instead of into that player's graveyard. And so kind of slow down the opponent too, but you get that spell back. Inkling Elemental foil. So all these are foils. Square up. Target creature has base power and toughness 4/4 until end turn, and it's an instant. So you can protect one. You can beef up 1 year creatures, or you can make your opponent's creature weaker if they have a something very powerful. Dragon's Approach. So this spell deals 3 damage to each opponent. You may exile this and 4 cards named from your Dragon's Approach from your graveyard. If you do, search your library for a dragon creature card, put it onto the battlefield and shuffle. Your deck may have any number of cards named Dragon's Approach. Oh, nice. Teach by example is actually pretty good in all formats. You can copy a spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. It's blue and red, so you can have blue or red, and it's an instant. Leyline Invocation, create a token. Your X is the number of lands you control for 6. Arrogant Poet, he's not that great. Honor Troll is our uncommon. Vigilance 2/3, gets +2/+1 as long as you have 25 or more life. If you gain life, you gain that much +1 life, so it helps with life gain. Spell Satchel, this you put counters on it every time you cast an instant sorcery spell, and you can remove a book counter to add 1 colorless, or you can remove 3 book counters to draw a card. Here's our lesson. Introduction to Annihilation. Yes. I wanted this card. Professor Onyx Foil. Mythic. So she's a planeswalker and she has Magecraft, and whenever you cast or copy an instant sorcery spell, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. +1, you lose 1 life. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. -3, each opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures that player controls. And -8, each opponent may discard a card. If they don't, they lose 3 life. Repeat this process 6 more times. It's a really good ultimate, really good really good static ability. Nice. That's my first one of her. Probably my only one. Incarnation Technique. This is a rare. Demonstrate when you cast this spell, you may copy it. If you do, choose an opponent who also copies it, mill 5 cards, and return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield for 5. This is a commander card. Manifestation Sage, blue or green, 4 of them. As a battlefield, create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. Push X +1/+1, where X is the number of cards in your hand. For 2/2, not bad, not good actually. It's just too much to cast for something that can make a token. This thing, I don't know what it is. It's an uncommon. If anybody knows what this card is, just put it in the comments section below. Faithless Looting. This is red. Draw 2. This is Claim the Firstborn. So this draws 2 cards and discards 2 cards, and you can flashback. This is basically you steal your opponent's creature for 1 card. It has case for a turn, and you give it back. And then we got a foil full Brainstorm, which is draw 3 cards and then put 2 of them. Draw 3 cards and then put 2 of them top of your library. 2 cards from your hand on top of your library. So nice. I think this is Japanese too. Yeah, it's Japanese. These are both Japanese. So far, so good. We got some pretty good hits so far. I mean, Cody, the professor. We'll put that professor up here so make sure we can see her. These are commons and uncommons. Okay, we got up to 10 minutes. Let's open up one more pack. It's 3 packs, and then we'll call it a day. Treasure token, fractal token, nice double-sided token. So these are all shiny foils. Cram session is a sorcery where you get to learn and you gain 4 life for 2. It's actually pretty good. First day of class, whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on it and gains haste until end of turn, and you get to learn for 2. Ageless Guardian is a 1/4 wall basically, but it's a spirit, so it has a lot of synergy with spirits. Cogwork Archivist, 6 to cast, reach, put a target creature from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library, so that you can basically take anybody who's trying to get stuff out of their graveyard and put whatever they need. And it's 4/5 for reach, so put it under their library so they can't reach it. Tangle Trap deals 5 damage to target creature with flying or destroy target artifact. It's an instant for 2. Dust Speaker, this guy, uncommon. When he attacks, may put an instant sorcery card from your graveyard on the bottom of your library. If you do, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards this turn. 3/4 for 5. That's a lot to cast, but it can be helpful in limited. 10 to the Pest. I like this spell actually. You sacrifice a creature and you make X 1/1 black creatures to gain. When the creature dies, you gain 1 life, where X is sacrifice creature's power. So it's black and green, which there's a lot of creatures with high power in those colors. So not bad. Basic Conjuration is actually a lesson. It's a rare lesson actually. So this is our lesson slot, and you look at top 6 cards, your library, reveal a creature card from among them, put it into your hand, put the rest in your bottom of your library in random order, and you gain 3 life. So you're likely to, for 3 to gain 3 life, and you get to randomly put a creature, or not randomly, but get to pick a creature card and put it into your hand. That's actually pretty good. Lorehold Command. This is probably my favorite command out of all of them. It's 5 to cast. It's an instant, but you get to choose 2 of these 4 abilities. Sacrifice a permanent and draw 2 cards. It deals 3 damage to any target, and target player gains 3 life. So you get to do 3 damage and gain 3 life. Creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain indestructible and haste until end of turn, or you can create a creature token. So, I mean, the second and third ability are amazing. Radiant Performer, never seen this card before. 5 to cast for a 2/2 flash. When it enters the battlefield, you cast it from your hand, choose target spell or ability that targets only a single permanent or player. Copy that spell or ability for each other permanent or player the spell or ability could target. Each copy targets a different one of those permanents and players. See, I don't know, is this a spell from your hand that you copy? I don't know, that's too confusing for even me. Pestilence Cauldron, so this is double-sided. So basically, this side has an artifact, this side has a spell. Return of 2 target creatures, lands, and or planeswalker cards from your graveyard to your hand. Each player gains 4 life, exile it. So I guess this would be good to return planeswalkers from your graveyard. I love this artifact. I mean, discard a card to create a 1/1 creature, or you don't even have to pay mana for. Pay 1, each opponent mills cards equal to the amount of life you gain this turn, and 4 in tap, and you get to draw a card. Exile 4 target cards from a single graveyard, and you get to exile your opponent's graveyard. So Nice. Opt, basically a staple. Scry one, draw a card for one. This is a mythic, Japanese mythic. Balance to restoration or something like that. Restore to balance. I think it's a 2 white 2 to destroy all creatures or something. I don't know. It looks like a balance scale and a hand, and I don't know. It's kind of like it better without the foiling, which is good. Whirlwind Denial. For each spell and ability your opponent controls, counter unless this controller pays 4. So if they're trying to stack a bunch of stuff, you just cast this and... Oh yeah, Elite Spellbinder. This guy's great. He's 3/1, 3 to cast. He's a human cleric. He's flying. It's a foil. He enters the battlefield. Target opponent's hand, you may exile a non-land card from it for as long as that card remains exiled. Its owner may play it, but it costs 2 colors more to cast. So, I mean, and if this guy dies, it doesn't matter because that ability is permanent for that spell. And then this is Paulo Vitor Damo da Rosa. Paulo Vitor Damo da Rosa, World Champion, Wizards World Champion 26. So, nice, not bad. So, thanks for watching. That's 3 packs. Next video, I'll do another 3 to 4 packs. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you like this content. If you want to see more of me discuss cards, magic cards, just keep watching. I'll post these on the channel as the days go along. I'm looking forward to Modern Horizons 2, that's coming out in June. So we'll be buying some of those boxes, but I don't know if I'm going to be buying the collector booster boxes because they're really pricey, and I really don't play Modern or any of those legacy type of formats. I only play Draft, and trying to get into Commander. So I'll probably just buy a couple of draft boxes and draft with my friends. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you guys next time.